Hi, my name is Fiona, and I'm so happy to be here and grateful that you are here as well. This is a big week, by the way, so the dragons have some messages for you. So we're going to just go in, and I was speaking to a new dragon today called Serenity. She's been around me for a little while, a white dragon through the second portal. So she's here, and this is what she downloaded for me just now before the call. So we're here on the brink to witness what we came here for, why we were born into this particular time, and what you're here to bring in. So the time is very, very, very close. You will be fundamentally different, and this is not for your head, your thoughts, your beliefs of you being part of humankind, but this is for cosmic consciousness. This is to really allow your capacity for love and oneness to grow, to flow through you, and the doors will be flung open wide. 2025, as the dragons have said to me all this year, coming through this year, is the time when we draw the line in the sand. When we say you choose to be on the side where you feel most comfortable, where you want to be. If you want to be accelerating and operating from love and receiving guidance and connected to your soul, then this is your opportunity to do that. So your doors will be well and truly heart and soul flung open. There's going to be a reprogramming, a recalibration, and allowing divine guidance to come through you so that you can be the creator of your own reality. So you come in from another more developed life force. To be human in the age of this particular evolvement and evolving in incredible ways. Now, it's never been done before on this planet with this human in this form, but you are one of many women across the globe who are here at this particular time, but you have lived lives before, you've had souls before of incredible intelligence, incredible wisdom, access to all sorts of things. And we have been born into this human flesh and bones body here to do something remarkable, to usher more people through so that they too can start operating and remember just exactly who and what they are. So we're going to be operating and we're going to be embodying ourselves in our highest self. So, for example, if you were a priestess in a previous life or an Atlantean, something like that, then you will start to know that. If you don't know that already, you are a soul, but you're not just a soul inside this human. You have lived previous lives. So you will be bringing forth into this life the gifts and the service and the magic that you've been able to operate in previous realms. So the idea is that we clear and detox for the soul any remnants of the old identity and mission, and fully embody and see through the eyes of the soul. So it's a momentum, it's a movement to devote your practice to tie up all loose ends and release the human doubt, the human heartbreak, the human fears, angers, and operating as one that is in the essence of love, the love frequency. Your health, relationships, success, money, business are directly related to your frequency. This is the language of your soul. This is what resonates through your body. This is what you feel. Your body is the barometer so that you are able to pick up what your soul is saying, and also so that you can deliver messages and that can be deciphered. So your body is very much talking to you and through you all of the time. Like, this is why I teach so much about your yes and your no, and how you know where you are on the scale of your thoughts, your beliefs, your stress, so that you can understand exactly where you're operating from. The dragons implore you, beg you even, to radiate from the higher state, to be recalibrated. Quan, for example, is the dragon that represents money. And I've been speaking to him a little bit more recently, and I'll be doing more again in the future, because so many people are stuck in the fear of not having enough money, not moving forward. I totally and utterly get that as a human. I have been there and I do that. But unless we are doing the practices, unless we are opening our hearts for joy and love, which is exactly the same frequency as when money comes in. So if things are tight and if things are not working for you, see where you love. See how much you love. See how many people you love. See how you love your environment. See how you love yourself. It's all about returning home, home to the love of yourself and where you are. And choose your next phase very, very wisely. Detox for your soul is a calibration for the gifts that pour through you from previous lifetimes, and you as a soul are now able to operate from that, lift off the burdens of being human, and I declare that we are open for guidance. So that being said, if you'd like to receive more, there is an opportunity to amplify your experience by listening to the dragon cards and just seeing exactly what your soul already knows. What is it that your soul knows and that she's trying her best to get through to you in a frequency state, but maybe you haven't quite picked that up yet. You haven't quite noticed all of the signs that are coming through, and maybe you have, but maybe you've decided to ignore them or you don't know quite what to do with them. So let's just amplify and experience receiving guidance. So I'm just going to pull out card number 1. So every week we pull out 4 cards. You just choose whichever number resonates with you the most. And mostly each card resonates and follows every other card. So I'm asking these cards to just flick out of the pack very quickly so that we can just understand exactly what the first message is. All right, okay, fine. Perfect. So Bloom is saying, create the frequency and the feeling you want to experience the most. So we are right on target with understanding exactly where we are. What number was that? 41. And it's all to do with your frequency. There we go. 41, 41, 41. Where are you? Oh, we go. First one in Bloom. All right. So Bloom is a pink dragon. She's very, very feisty and playful, and she's like, come on, you know, you're not going to get anywhere from the feelings that you're radiating now, so let's just bring those out. Create the frequency of the feeling that you want to experience the most. She says, you may have found so many reasons not to do this so far. The life force of your creation needs a space to land, so enjoy the value in making this important enough to you for you to invest fully with your mind, body, and soul. You will bring into your whole mind and body experience everything that you want and feel it, frequency it. Create the reality in the invisible realm. Playfully imagine and focus on your desire and create the space like a sanctuary for this to land. Be reborn, develop, grow, and bring to life. Can you feel what it's like to have the feeling inside of you of what it is that you desire the most? Many people might say peace or love or joy or freedom. These are some of the main ones that come up. There is a game you can play by stepping into a character, a version of you that has this very experience that you desire the most. For example, we will use the experience of feeling loved as the opening to the embodiment experience. Now, there's more to this card. There's just another page. Ooh, 2 pages. It's very, very, very important card to pick. So you get to choose the frequency of the feeling that you want to experience the most. So if it's love or if it's peace, dig around in all your memories, look at the movies you're looking at. How does that feel on the inside? If you want any help with that, I will help that potentially explode inside of you so that you know exactly what that feeling is. So that was Bloom today. That was card number 1. And we are going to be asking the dragons again, what can we come up with? Card number 2, knowing that this week is a massive week to be choosing what side of the fence that we are going to be sitting on. And that is most definitely, this is the card that wants to come out. Okay. All right. So this is Raphael, card number 2. Card number 2, message number 2 from your soul. Your soul already knows, and she just needs some clear messaging coming through. Raphael is going to give you a message for that. There is a need to focus on the finer details. Let's see what he says about that. Card number 21. Here we go. All right. Let's see what you get from and you glean what's going on in your life that this message is going to fulfill. You may find yourself hooked on the big picture, looking into the future and the overall goal. It's big and exciting for sure, but you have forgotten to get into the finer details, the frequency. I urge you to discover the finer, delicate, overlooked details of your dream reality. They drive us. They drive the collective and the clans like myself, and we are needing you to pinpoint in on the finer details. Raphael says, the way I work is that I get into the finer feeling of things. I notice and see the finer intricacies of how they can come about. Serafina may put the big picture out there in your mind, but without the finer details, the picture will stay incomplete. What he's saying there is it's like you want to build a house, but you've only got a sketch that you've made. Oh, I'd like it to be like this, and I'd like it to be like that, and have doors here and windows there. You know, the next step would maybe find an architect who's going to draw it and kind of put more detail in there. And the next step would be colouring it in and putting a garden in there. But then can you imagine what it would be like walking around that house, walking through the rooms and feeling and watching yourself cooking dinner at the sink, looking out over the horizon, putting the kids to bed, going and curling up on the settee in a blanket, watching the full moon. Can you see the difference in the details? This is like having a sketch or then colouring and shading it in. So that was card number 2. These cards are available on Amazon, and they're here to talk to your soul. What does your soul already know that you're missing? The dragons are really here to highlight the gaps between the human world that you're living in day by day, going through, and your spiritual world. How can you put those two together? And what are the steps that you can do now, right now, that will really help you see what you are missing in some things that you are trying to create? So if you want more, if you want to receive more, this is the opportunity. By having the dragon cards in your hand, you can amplify the experience of your receiving and understand that they're always pulling you back to your soul. They're always pulling you back to feeling what it wants to feel like. So let's go for card number 3 now. And okay, there we go. And they all fell out. Again, we have Bloom. Oh, wow. Okay. Bloom is very, very in our face today. She's all about feeling. She's all about amplifying your feelings. She's all about, there's just more of a transmission that you can be putting out there and radiating. Her message, number 46, set up your day to be the best possible experience that you can imagine. Okay, so, and how do we do that? We feel it. Oh, 46. All right, here we go. Set up your day to be the best possible experience that you can imagine. You currently live your day all day with your mind. When you set up your day, you feel yourself living with the dream at the forefront of your mind and in your mind's eye, and you're in touch with your soul, who is your very essence. And then your day is arriving towards you. You are called from every single angle, and you are aware of how you want to feel in your day and how you want to receive that feeling. Set yourself up to focus on your soul's dream today. So how I do this is I just say, what would you like to experience today? Or what would be better than that? And then I get an idea, and then what would be better than that? And then I get another idea, and then what would be better than that? So you're always amplifying and growing the feeling that you want to have. So you're never settling, and you're never allowing yourself to be in the burdens of being human. You're just saying, no, what would be better than that? So you're expanding and growing. She continues to say, it's a complete turnaround from the way you think you need to do things, and you get things done, or how you get what you want out of your day. Being able to set up your day is staying in the best possible energy and frequency. There's that word again. Consciously focusing on the best possible intentions and outcomes. Your intention might be to run a business, to earn some money, but your intention, like, well, what's it going to feel like when you're doing that? How's it going to be? How exciting is it to meet all these souls? Do you love what you're doing? Is it making your heart sing? You see, there's a lot more detail in there rather than just saying, I want to make heaps of money so I can go on holiday. You are here as, let me just say, a witch, a sorceress, a high priestess, a druid, whoever you've been in a previous life. You have magic at the end of your fingertips, and you get to be here at this specific time on earth when things are radically changing. And that's why you chose to be here. So that's why you need to know that it's not all about running a business to support you in survival. No, you are here for way more than that. And you have to know that you've got evidence that you have been and you are being supported by the spirit of your business and your soul. You are a very, very wise, ancient soul with so much wisdom to bring in and usher in and steward into this planet and this humanity that is evolving. So let's see what card number 4 is all about. These cards are, there's 8 dragons in this pack. And there is there are 64 cards, each with messages from the dragons that got channeled through to me as interviews, as I interviewed one particular dragon called Seraphina. And I'm now aware that I have another set of messages that need to come through from another dragon called Serenity. And she is really willing us to do the practices and get into and embody our soul self. That's what that is all about. All right, so let's just see what card number 4 is, what's going to come up here. Oh, okay. Let's see what's going on there. All right, so ceremony. Ceremony is the dragon. When you get into ceremony, you've let go of so many of the burdens of being human. And she really is when you are standing on the brink, standing at the rainbow's end, and you are just waiting to fly into utopia so that you can understand and start working on and embodying. Oh, 49. Is that right? Yeah, 49. So that you can start operating from where your soul is operating from, so that you start seeing through the eyes of the soul. You are a human on this earth, but you are not. You're not of this earth. You are way wiser. You are way more powerful. So ceremony's message today is card number 4. Flow is the state when you cope really well with life. Attend to your energy first and foremost. My God, this is so potent right now. Choose your energy. You have to come from your energy, because people feel you. They feel your energy. They feel your love. They feel your honesty. They feel your intention. When you entered your spiritual path, it was easier to see things and learn things in new ways and old ways of learning. With the rigid, step-by-step, planned, linear, logical ways that you have become familiar with as a tool to take in new information. Books teach you to judge and compare the new ways with the old ways as measures of reference, guides to help you understand the vibration and the frequency of form that you are creating, and the way your world has been created from your thoughts, energy, and actions. Your energy was still and stagnant held in meditation, remaining still for long periods of time, which does not allow you to cast off the lower vibrations and to let go and to step to one side, to let your soul all the way through, and to cope with the swinging pendulum of duality that happens on your earth. Flow operates as far away from these rigid rules as you can possibly imagine. Flow will be having you playing like children, totally frivolous, thoughtless, worryless. You and your emotional pocket of population that you've come to touch with has got to a stage where even a new era, a new paradigm, an essential into the new human is coming. And this transformation from the classroom sense, which will be in all seriousness competitive, where the sole objective has still been around survival and making money and around growing as the route to be successful, claiming your personal power, to know more, have more, and be elite, one of the elite. Now, that is where we've come from. This may have you playing 1 minute serious, the next minute getting all confused in which is the right approach. When you are connected with lower vibration beings in your workplace, while you rest or play in your family, from down the street or social media, you will recognize those from this population who are holding on to outdated stories. These people need to desperately maintain stability in their environments and control, and you will feel their energy state and you will become aware and maybe allergic to it. Occasionally, you will believe it is your energy state and you will get influenced by a story, so much so that it rocks your frequency. This is the time to come home. Recognize the frequency, where and who it comes from, and finally know that it's not yours to deal with. As a sensitive empathic, you can feel it and can now choose to consciously clean and clear that from your aura. We need to be able to clear out all the energies that do not suit your soul, that this human form needs to let go of so that you can evolve, so that you can ascend, so that you can live a life on purpose, which is what you came here to do. So it's no good staying in the stuck and stagnant energy, because that's like a state of war. When you cope really, really well, you are unaffected and uninfluenced, and so become resilient to the lower negative charges. You take care of your energy flow, and that means you honor your energy and frequency, and you come home regularly to clean your energy and your state. The energy in your safe place inside your bubble that you create requires a flush and a cleanse your body, which is a detox for your soul, regularly. Now, however you do that really depends on what your soul is guiding you to do. And that's why I'm opening up the Detox for Your Soul retreats, because it's actually quite profound, the difference that it makes when you are working and operating in a clear sense. Your colon is clean, your body is clean, you are a clear channel. You're functioning very, very well. So I'm going to bring this session to an end. I'm going to ask us to be aware and claim our power, step into the new reality that's going to be happening very, very soon. Claim your mission, and also ask your soul to clear out any remnants of the old mission, to be embodied fully in your sovereign state. Tie up all those loose ends, release all of the human doubt and the limits that you are having and why you are burdened, running in a burdened way on this human life. So what we need to do is call in the soul, do the cleansing, do the evacuations of the energy that's holding us back, so we can calibrate, realign all of the memories that we have and the powers that we once had and bring them into function now. So these are your dragon cards for this week. This is all about the fact that we are about to witness what we came here to witness. We are being up-leveled, we are being recalibrated, and you'll feel it, but your mind won't understand it. Your mind is looking for a big poo, pow, but it's not necessarily like that. It can be very subtle, and it's just like, oh, I don't do that anymore. Oh, that doesn't matter anymore. I'm really, really determined to get into and have my soul locked in and start listening to my soul. This is why 2025 is the line in the sand, and you choose how you are now going to operate and how you're going to honor and value you, your partner, and trust yourself. This is a huge message. So thank you very much for being here. I really, really love that you're here. I'm very grateful that I get to spend time with you in this. Please let me know how this resonates with you, what you are absorbing, what you are taking with you. Reduce your busyness by half this week. Take on your soul message from the dragon cards and put something strongly into action to show which side of the fence you are on, that line in the sand. If you want to receive more, if you want to amplify your experience, and there is an opportunity where I have the manifest with the dragons. In other words, you are opening up your heart. You are releasing every single week. You are releasing more and more and more and more of what is here that has you held in the burdens. You're lifted off the burdens of being human. So that is manifest with the dragons, and I'll put a link in the description. And that is constantly running, and I'm constantly clearing every single week with individuals or with you as couples or groups, so that you can release. And then we declare that we're open for guidance and the hand of God to come in and help us be resilient and move through these times and be here as the movement of women across the globe doing extraordinarily magical things.